Good morning to all. Just half a minute more and then we'll welcome to all. I hope everybody just Kirat, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Bhumika, Jessica. Good morning. Welcome to the class. Because students are joining in, maybe little connectivity problem, then we'll just wait for then 1 minute more because sometimes. Harnish, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Bhumika, good morning.
Good
And
morning,
you,
ma'am.
Arzu, good morning. And as you come in, wish and mute. When I ask questions, please unmute at that time. I don't want dead silence in my class. I want an active and participating class. Okay, before we start, good morning, 10th standard. Welcome once again. Yakshneet, good morning. Yakshneet,
Good morning, ma'am.
Marjeet, good morning. Why late, darling, by 1 minute? Good morning,
Ma'am,
good
I was
morning.
on time.
Okay, okay. Maybe just again your name appeared now. I thought you joined now only. Okay,
No,
okay,
my audio was muted. I joined on time.
okay. Samarjit, good morning. Welcome and welcome to the class. Though now everybody is joined on time, I know this, but still one of you keep on joining. So let's wait for who joined now with 3 stars. So now 10th standard. Once again, welcome to the class. I hope everybody is keeping fine. All are taking all the precautions which are needed at this time because we need to be very careful for the safety, to be safe and for the safety of our dear ones. Harshita, good morning and welcome. Now, I want each one of you to sit in a prayerful posture. All in a prayerful posture. Last time I read and I told you about the sayings of Buddha. Ashima, good morning. Now, it was all about being right in life, making right choices, doing right things, so that at the last we have a right freedom. We spoke about our goals so that we choose the right goals. So we lead to the success. Then there is life. Whatever the situations may be, I may not be able to adjust. I may not be able to face the time, face the solution. But life, as Buddha had said, life is a precious gift. We need to celebrate life. Whatever my conditions are, whatever my situations are, whatever challenges, obstacles are on my way, are on my path, I need to celebrate my life. I don't need to give up. 10th standard, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. I want to tell you the gift. I hope you're understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So, life is a precious gift from God, which is to be celebrated. To celebrate life is to live your life being mindful of every moment. It means you are aware of everything what is going on in your life. It means to accept as you are and embrace joyfully all that life offers to you. Whatever life gives to you, you cannot make sometimes you cannot change your destiny, but you can change the situation, change how you celebrate life. It means to bring out your potentials out and make your presence felt. It means to thank God for each and every moment in life. So I would say that as we say that success breeds success, so celebration of life gives you more, makes your life more peaceful and more calm, because we adjust to the situations, we adjust to our life, and we try to make it comfortable instead of sitting and brooding why this has happened. 10th standard. So thank God for the gift of life. I want each one of you to thank God for the gift of life. Sit in a prayer. Sit in a prayerful posture, back straight, palms open, and in your mind, each one of you say a thanking prayer to God before I start the chapter. So, okay. Good. Well, so once again, welcome to the class. I had one more story also, but maybe if time permits, at the last, I will conclude my chapter with that story. Now, any questions regarding what we did last time? Please, anybody can mute and answer. Any
No,
questions?
ma'am.
Did you understand
No,
everything?
ma'am.
Did you understand everything? Should I proceed
Yes,
on with my?
ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
word meanings were done. So, I'm good. Okay, very good. Did you? How many of you read the chapter? I just want to be very please. I'm not. I cannot ask you to raise your hands and say something, but you know whether you have read your chapter or not. It's all. It's my request. Tanya Bharti, please mute yourself. I don't know. Tanya Bharti, either she just joins in and leaves. Ishrat Chaudhary, good morning and welcome to the class, and mute yourself, darling. Now, I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Now, we did that. Buddha, he left everything, he left all the pleasures of life and gave up everything. He renounced his life, his family, his wealth, and set out in search for the answers to the sufferings of life. He wanted to know that what was the reason, because he was unaware of all the suffering. He wanted to know when he saw the sick man, an old man, a dead body, and begging, a monk begging for life, he understood the reality of life, that this is a part of life. So he wanted to know the reason of the sufferings and how one can be free from these sufferings. So Isa Gomti, now 10th standard, listen to me very carefully before I read out or before we proceed on. There are this, now I'm going to read about Kisa Gomti. It's an episode within what Buddha tells her. There are two things. There are two questions. I will be discussing the answers also. What I'm going to explain and what we are going to read is your answers from the question third and fourth. Second, third, fourth, all and fifth. This is the answers to all second, third, fourth, fifth questions will be discussed now only. I have told you with little modifications here and there, but the crux of the questions remains the same. So please listen very carefully. If you don't understand, ask me. Should I start? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, thank you, dear. God bless. Kisa Gomti had only one son and he died. In her grief, she is the mother. Please, because sometimes, many a times, students write he. It is she. In her grief, in her sorrow, she carried the dead child to all neighbors, asking them for the medicine because she lost her only son and she lost her all the senses. She could not think beyond this. So she went from house to house and asking for medicine. And the people said, she has lost her senses. The boy is dead. Everybody said, because she was asking for the medicine. Anybody has a medicine to bring my dead son back? And people, some made fun of her. Some said, oh my God, she has gone mad. Because doesn't she know that the boy is dead and there is no medicine to bring, to put life into the dead? At lunch, Kisa Gomti met a man who replied to her request. Then she kept on asking, people made fun, nobody, some answered, some said she has lost her sense, she has gone mad. Then at last one man answered to her request. Archibald, unmute, mute yourselves, please all. Now, Archie, I cannot give the medicine for thy child. He said, I cannot give you the medicine. I don't have the medicine for your child. But I know a physician who can. But I know a person who can give you the medicine to put life into your dead child or to bring back your dead child. And the girl said, pray me, pray, tell me, sir, who is it? She was happy to know, somebody will be able to find a solution to my problem because she had lost her only son. And the man replied, go to Syalmuni, the Buddha. He said, go to Buddha. He directed the man, told her to go to Buddha. Kisa Gomti repaired to the Buddha and cried. She said, she went to Buddha and she said, Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my boy. She went to Buddha and with a great hope and faith that he would be the man who would give her something, some medicine that would put life back into her dead son or that would be able to cure his child. Understood 10th standard till now?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Simple story, but it has a very deep meaning and very important lesson. You always have a question from this chapter. Buddha answered. Now, what did Buddha Behrab? Good morning. And the Buddha, good morning, dear. Mute. The Buddha answered, I want a handful of mustard seed. Now, remember, the Buddha asked her to bring a handful of mustard seed, not mustard oil. Students usually write oil because it is in our minds mustard oil. So please, he asked her एक मुट्ठी of mustard seeds, and when the girl in her joy promised to procure it means to bring it, to obtain it. The Buddha added. She said, yes, Buddha, it is very easy. I will go to any house and ask for mustard seed. But what did Buddha tell her? He told her. Then he added. He said, no, not any house. the mustard seeds must be taken from a house where no child has lost, where no one has lost a child, husband, parent, or a friend. And okay, now the Buddha tells her it is not from any house you have to go and bring. You have to go and bring it from a house where nobody has died. No son, daughter, father, mother, no death has ever taken place. Now, this is poor Kisa Gumti. Now, what did she do? She went from house to house and asked for the mustard seeds. The poor people, the people had pity on her. They had sympathy on her and said, "Take, here is the mustard seed. Take it." They would give her the mustard seeds. They would pity her. Oh my God, because she was asking for mustard seed. But when she asked them, she would answer. She would question them. Did a son or a daughter, a father or a mother die in your family? Then, because she had to bring those mustard seeds from from a house where no death has ever occurred. So she would ask them, "Nikoi Marat, I mean, no death has, I hope that no death has taken place in your family." Then they would answer her, "Alas, the living are few, but the dead are many." He says, the answer she would get, "No, somebody has died in our family, somebody has, some grandfather, some father, some mother, somebody would have died." It means she could not find a house where death had not ever occurred. Do not remind us of our deepest grief. They tell her, please don't remind us of the people who have left us, who have gone. And there was no house, but some beloved one had died in it. So, was she able to get the mustard seeds 10 standard?
No, ma'am.
Why?
No,
Arpita, why?
ma'am.
Why? Who would answer why? Why she was not able
Ma'am,
to get mustard
because
seeds?
ma'am, because there is no house where no death had ever taken place.
Because she had to keep to the situation. She had to keep to the thing which Buddha had asked her. That one thing she has to keep in mind, that no death should have taken place in that house. So she was not able to understand. So this was the first time when she goes from house to house. First time she goes from house to house, what was she asking? What was she asking when she was going from house to house the first time?
Ma'am, she
She
was
was
asking
asking
for
for the medicine.
life
One
of
girl,
his
one girl, one girl.
children.
No, no, let me call out the names. Archie. Archie, one. Archie? Bhavya? Bhavya? I've told you to unmute. You must unmute yourselves. Arzu? Who would answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that? Arzu, answer.
Ma'am,
What was the first time when she goes from house to house? What is she? Kisa Gomti was asking. Gotami was asking.
Ma'am, she
What
was
was she asking?
asking for the medicine to make to cure her dead son.
Yes. First time when she goes from house to house, she asks for the medicine. Now, second question is, when she goes from house to house, what she wants? What did she ask for?
Ma'am,
I would like, no, not the same girls, please. Arpita, not you. Ghazal, I have a Ghazal here. Who's that? Please answer. So many hands. Tajdeep. Tajdeep,
Yes, ma'am.
what did she ask for?
Ma'am, she asked for handful of mustard seeds from them.
Yes. Okay, good. I thank you, somebody, for raising your hands. Okay. Now she asked for mustard seed. So what is the question? Now question is, when she goes from house to house, she asks for a medicine. But when we'll come to the question answers, I will tell you how to answer this. But you know, second time when she goes from house to house, she asks for mustard seeds. Now, Kisa Gomti, when she did not get anything, Kisa Gomti became very tired, weary, and hopeless. She loses all her hope of putting back life into her dead son and sat down at the way. Now, this paragraph is very important. I want you to listen to this very carefully because this is one answer which I'm explaining to you. She became very weary and hopeless. It means she became very tired and sat down and on the wayside of the road and watching the lights of the city. Now, when she was sitting down, far away she could see the lights of the house. It was night. As they flickered up and extinguished again, it means वो जल रही थी, बुझ रही थी, जल रही थी, बुझ. Flickered is to shine. I will be giving you the word meanings, but here explaining flickering means, I mean, they were shining. Extinguished means बंद हो जाती थी. So it means when she was sitting at the roadside, at the wayside, far away in the city, she could see the lamps flickering. Some would be shining brightly, some would be flickering in the light, and some would be, extinguished, बंद हो जाती. Then she watched the lights very carefully because she was tired, she had lost all the hope. And at last, the darkness of the night reigned everywhere. Then all the lights of the houses were extinguished, बुझ गई, and there was only darkness. What does this darkness? Can anybody explain what it means? Flickering of the light and the darkness being all becoming sounded.
Ma'am, the darkness.
Pardon? Who would answer? Kashish? Kashish? Khushbu? Portia? See, staying silent is no solution. Harleen? I saw her hand. Vanchika Bhushan. Okay, Vanchika Bhushan.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yes, answer better.
Ma'am, the darkness of the night also means that she was full of hopelessness, and now nothing. She was not able to see any way to save her son. So, in
Yes.
her life as well as in the surrounding, there was darkness everywhere.
Correct. So it means when she saw those flickering of the lights, and then suddenly she saw she was surrounded by the darkness. This at last, okay, and she considered, she was able to understand. Now, this is also an answer. Now listen to me very carefully. This is what Buddha wanted her to explain. And she considered the fate of men, that their lives flicker up and are extinguished again. Now she understood that it is the destiny of a man to shine and then to be extinguished. फिर बुझ जाना, पहले जलना. That is why I've told you that celebration of life. We celebrate life and then we have to die. Everybody who is born has to die. Now, and she considered the fate of men, that their lives flicker up. I mean, jalti hain, अच्छे से shine, they are shining, they and are extinguished again. It means then they are put out of light. There is no light. Light here represents the life in a person. What did she understand now? She understood the meaning of life and death. She was unaware because when it came to her son, she was unaware. She lost her senses. Now, this is what Buddha wanted her to understand. And this is, we are discussing the answer also. And she thought to herself, how selfish I am in my grief. Now she understood that it happens with everybody. It's not happened with just with me. Now she says, oh my God, I was so selfish in my grief. Death is common to all. Death is everybody who is born has to die. Yet in this valley of desolation, that is gloom, life, there is a path that leads him to immortality, who has surrendered all selfishness. It means, I hope you have understood, it means death is common to all. Only who can be away from, who can be saved from this unhappiness, gloomy on this path, one who gives himself, one who surrenders himself to the ways of Lord. One who starts thinking that this is what God has given to me. I need to be happy in this. I need to be to adjust to my life. So I will not taking the pain, not taking the to my heart or grumbling, but trying to live my life as it comes to me. So death is common to all, yet in this valley here means, what does this valley means here? Can anybody tell me?
From the
Yes,
world.
the life, world, life in this valley, life, dunya, world, correct. Anybody can, it's of desolation means unhappiness. There is happiness, there is happiness also, it is accompanied by unhappiness also. There is only one way to be free from all these sadness, all the pains, all the agony, all the sorrows, when we follow the path of my Lord. This is what she understood, and this is what Buddha wanted her to make
We
her,
wanted this to.
Buddha wanted her to understand, because she was in her grief, she had become selfish. She wanted her dead son to be back. She did not understand that death is common to all. Understood 10th standard? I'm giving you just
Yes,
1 minute.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now 10th standard, listen to me. I'm giving you just 1 minute by my watch. I want you to read this paragraph. Everybody, you have a book. Please read in silence. Isa Gomti became weary and hopeless. I want everybody to read from here. Now I want you to write the word meanings. Now, flickered to shine. To shine. Unsteadily. unsteadily, to shine unsteadily. Written?
Yes.
Okay. Now extinguished. Put out fire. Put out fire or light. Synonym of extinguish can be quench. Now, next word is desolation. लिखो, desolation का है gloom. In this valley of, in this life of destruction. Destruction. Or we can say, another word can be very unhappy. Written? 10th standard, all have written?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, 10th standard, coming back to my class. I just want to ask you, how many of you checked yesterday your campus care? I have the number and I have the names also. Do you know how many? 17 students have just checked their campus care. Good those who have done. I had given you one comprehend. Rakshita Thapa, please unmute yourself and tell, what did you, Rakshita Thapa,
Yes, ma'am.
did you check yesterday's work?
Yes, ma'am.
What was there?
Some summary.
Summary and one comprehension from the poem, which lesson?
Some
Rakshita?
snowdrop.
Snowdrop. So it means those who have missed it, you may have your books with you, you may be able to do it, but whatever is sent from the school, from the ma'am, that has to be done. It is, I have told you, it doesn't take you more than 5 minutes to complete your one exercise. Only 17 students, 9 from 9th, 10th A, 8 from 10th B. Sad. And I feel sorry for those who don't bother to check. I hope everybody is filling the forms, we send feedback forms after the class. Are you doing it 10th standard for the sake? As a duty, it is your duty, you have to do it. Are you doing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, it's my request. You must, it is one of your duties. And please check your SNAP homework. And now till we meet for the next class, everybody will read the last paragraph of the lesson and be ready with the question and answers. Correct? Anything which you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
ask, please clarify. Come ready with your questions, come ready with your queries that can be clarified in the class.